Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Stephen A. Smith just slammed the brakes on Angel Reese's ego train so hard it's left smoke on the highway. And this wasn't some playful TV banter. It was a full-scale takedown that had fans clutching their popcorn. Angel tried to crown herself the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, and Stephen A. responded like only he can, with precision, authority, and a little righteous outrage. This wasn't a debate, it was a demolition. The internet practically froze mid-scroll, whispering the same thing. She really said that? If you thought the league's drama peaked on the court, well, sit tight. Stephen A. just destroyed Reese.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living you-know-what at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did. It would have never gotten to this point.
Let's rewind to what started this spiral. A career-low 4 points during her sophomore WNBA season. That's it. 4 lonely points from the self-proclaimed Jordan of women's basketball. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, injured and sitting on the sideline, still had more impact sitting down than Angel did standing tall. Angel had the spotlight, the ball, the chance to silence her critics, and delivered a stat line that looked more like an off night in a summer league scrimmage. The irony? She was playing like someone allergic to the basket. If you can't wait for Reese's next blooper, then comment, "Fire the baby giraffe" down below. Let's go.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you're losing by 35 points on opening.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than the Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own that.
Stephen A. didn't hold back. He pointed out what everyone else was thinking. This wasn't dominance. It was delusion. Angel looked less like the next MJ and more like someone who got lost on the way to the rim. 4 points isn't grit. It's a reminder that Twitter hype can't score buckets. Even Caitlin, wrapped in ice packs, was still generating headlines, while Angel was out there auditioning for invisibility.
Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive rebound.
Sure, she grabbed 12 rebounds, and yes, she celebrates them like she's trading them in for rewards points. But as Stephen A. said, you can't rebound your way into greatness. Boards are great, but you're supposed to put the ball in the basket. Angel's stat line screams effort, but effort without production is just busy work. She's out here collecting rebounds like they're luxury handbags. Pretty, sure, but they don't win games.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it! Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What? Bang!
You know it's a long night when even the broadcast crew starts using sympathy language. She did contribute in other ways, one announcer said, and Stephen A. immediately shut that down. Other ways? Like what? Posing for the camera? He barked. Angel's game was all motion, no meaning. She hustled hard, but for what? A highlight of a rebound that went nowhere? Even the slow-motion replays felt tired. She looked like a player coasting on past fame, not current skill.
Because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her, but not It's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine.
It wasn't always this way. Angel Reese once walked into arenas like she owned them. Lashes, nails, and confidence sharper than a crossover. But that swagger means nothing if you can't back it up. That 4-point performance screamed, "I peaked in college." The Bayou Barbie mystique is fading fast, replaced by the uncomfortable silence of unfulfilled hype. She's not leading a takeover. She's starring in a slow-motion collapse. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps proving what real greatness looks like. Even on off nights, she's out there elevating her team, orchestrating plays, and hitting deep threes with defenders hanging off her. She doesn't need to tell people she's great. They see it. Angel had every chance to rise while Caitlin was sidelined, and instead, she tripped over her own narrative.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
Rebounding without scoring? That's like writing a book with no words. It doesn't matter how many pages you fill if there's nothing inside. Angel's playing like the stat sheet is an accessory, not a mission. Stephen A. joked she's out there treating rebounds like collectibles. She's got them all. Now what?
Oh man, the latter part of that, Stephen A., is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlin and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Dang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer a car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that. Bang!
And then came the rumor that pushed him over the edge. Angel supposedly comparing herself to Michael Jordan. That was the last straw. Michael Jordan? Stephen A. thundered on air. I'm sorry, did I miss 6 championships? Did I miss an MVP trophy? Did I miss her averaging 30 a game? The audience erupted because he said what fans have been thinking all season. The claim wasn't confidence, it was comedy.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
This is where the delusion turns tragicomic. Angel's minutes are shrinking, her production's dropping, and yet the self-promotion keeps climbing. She's treating mediocrity like a brand launch. If she keeps this up, she might want to check if her agent also books reality TV. Because right now, she's bringing more drama than dominance. This was supposed to be her moment, the breakout year, the I told you so tour. Instead, it's becoming a cautionary tale. The hype machine that once fueled her career is now turning against her. The same fans who flooded timelines with Bayou Barbie energy are now tweeting, "Wait, 4 points again?" She's become the WNBA's version of a meme, trending for the wrong reasons.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark, because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so. It was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her comeuppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated.
Even her loyalists are running out of defenses. Social media is full of threads trying to spin her struggles into secret brilliance. You just don't understand her impact. Please, the only impact happening here is the sound of missed layups. She's playing like a superstar in denial, the kind who believes confidence alone can rewrite stats. That's what makes Stephen A's critique sting so much, because it's true. He didn't clown her for attention, he held up a mirror. Angel Reese isn't the WNBA's Michael Jordan. Right now, she's not even the league's Dennis Rodman. She's a marketing campaign searching for results, and the results just aren't there. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps climbing, breaking records, and making everyone else's excuses look flimsy.
Well, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.
And what makes this all the more brutal is that Caitlin Clark still dominates the headlines without even lacing up. That's when things start to feel truly embarrassing. Clark's on the bench, probably hydrating and laughing with trainers, while Angel Reese is on the floor looking like she's forgotten which end of the court she's supposed to be on. And yet somehow, Caitlin still feels like the bigger presence. How do you lose the spotlight to someone who isn't even playing? That's not a slump. That's a crisis of relevance. The whispers are already floating through Chicago's front office. Is she getting fired soon? Should we call it developmental rest? Translation: we don't want to say it out loud, but yikes. This isn't just a shooting drought, it's an identity collapse. The Sky drafted a supposed star and ended up with a player allergic to scoring.
This is only women that get this. I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot, every time the girl plays a game, she got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not every single game gonna revisit and retread this same tired ass rhetoric that all these girls are hating on her, and they need to be thankful they have been.
Let's be honest, teams don't want influencers, they want assassins. Nobody's giving out max contracts for catchy nicknames and viral quotes. If you're going to call yourself the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, at least score like it. Because as Stephen A. Smith said while staring down her latest box score, 4 points? 4? This young lady better understand, this ain't Baton Rouge anymore. And he's right. This isn't LSU, this is the pros. You don't get credit for energy. You get credit for buckets. Right now, Angel's numbers look like someone accidentally pressed simulate season and forgot to adjust her stats.
Oof. What an outfit Angel Reese was rocking. She put a lot of time, a lot of effort into making sure her ensemble was on point. Are my boots matching my jacket? Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question, does Angel Reese put in more time in her outfits for the pregame catwalk, or does she put in more time to actually get better at the game of basketball? Now,
the tension is climbing by the game. Every minute Angel stays on the court without impact just makes the microscope zoom closer. The WNBA doesn't hand out pity minutes. You don't get playing time for brand deals or good intentions. You earn it with production. Coaches in this league will yank you off the floor mid-play if you stop contributing. And Angel? She's playing like someone who doesn't realize the league moves on fast. This isn't college where charisma can save you. The WNBA doesn't care about your nickname. It cares about your plus-minus.
Goose comes along, and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting. 4th in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding. she's like Steph Curry. She can pull up from anywhere. You understand? She has that kind of capability. Didn't win a national championship. Lost to LSU one year. We lost to South Carolina another year. But she's outstanding and clearly worthy of being the number 1 overall pick. And what I was saying to everybody is ride the wave. Rising tide lifts all boats.
The scary part is this isn't even about potential anymore. That window's closing. This is about performance. Either Angel bounces back immediately, or in a few years we'll be watching a somber ESPN special called Angel Reese, the hype that never hit. Cue the slow motion clips, the piano music, and the voiceover asking, what went wrong? Because right now, her career trajectory looks like a stock chart after a crash. Overhyped at launch, steady decline ever since. Enter Tyler Marsh, the poor coach tasked with trying to unlock Angel Reese like she's a hidden cheat code in NBA 2K. He's moved her everywhere. Power forward, small ball 5, even a pseudo-wing experiment that looked like a science project gone wrong. At this point, he's probably up late sketching plays on napkins, praying one of them works. But here's the truth. It's not about where she plays, it's about what she does. You can move her anywhere on the floor, but if she's still clanking layups and missing rotations, it's all the same result. Marsh could draw her name in chalk under the basket and she'd still find a way to put up 4 points. The Sky don't have a lineup problem. They have an Angel Reese problem.
Well, she balled at Iowa in college. She's balled since she's been in the NBA. She came into the league last year with no break whatsoever between the college game and the pro game and did her thing. Ended up as an all-star, ended up being 4th in the league in MVP voting, was the clear winner for Rookie of the Year. No competition whatsoever in that regard when it was really all said and done. We know what she brings to the table.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark could be in a walking boot and still outshine her. She could literally be shooting free throws from a chair and somehow generate more offense. Even on the sidelines, Clark finds a way to move the needle. When she's healthy again, you better believe she's coming back with vengeance. And when she starts torching defenses again, Angel's 4-point efforts are going to look even more embarrassing. Caitlin has already proven she can dominate through adversity. Angel's still struggling against her own stat sheet. You can even hear it in the crowd now. When the ball swings to Angel, it's not anticipation, it's dread. That collective inhale from the fans isn't excitement. It's nervous hope that the possession won't die in her hands. It's like watching someone try to unlock their phone on live TV and keep getting the password wrong. Even the coach's rotations look desperate, moving her around like they're rearranging deck chairs on a sinking ship. It's not strategy anymore, it's damage control.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
Well, she's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the 3rd most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
The truth is simple. Angel Reese isn't delivering, not developing, not adapting. Her hustle looks hollow when it doesn't translate into points. And every game she plays like this pushes her closer to the edge. There are younger, hungrier players waiting to take those minutes. Players who don't need a PR team to justify their presence. Because when Caitlin Clark returns, the energy shifts again. She's not coming back to fit in. She's coming back to dominate. And next to that kind of star power, Angel's box scores will look microscopic. The WNBA needs stars who elevate the league, not drain its patience. If Angel doesn't find her rhythm soon, she won't just be behind, she'll be forgotten. All the NIL fame, the college buzz, the Bayou Barbie branding, it fades the second the shots stop falling. The league rewards production, not popularity. And right now, the numbers don't lie. They're brutal.
Unfortunately, it comes with the crown.
I got to push back on you a little bit.
Okay.
I think you're being a little bit too PC. Let's call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it. Now, yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb.
Even inside the locker room, you know the atmosphere is shifting. Teammates grinding for minutes are watching Angel get 30 and producing next to nothing. That kind of imbalance breeds resentment. Players notice, coaches notice, and the front office definitely notices. They built their marketing around her, and the return on investment looks bleak. You can't sell potential forever when the product keeps underperforming. And the fans? They were promised a rivalry for the ages, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, the sequel to their college battles. Instead, they got a one-sided show. Caitlin's out here rewriting history while Angel's still rehearsing her lines. Fans expected fireworks. Instead, they're watching a spark fizzle in real time. It's not a rivalry anymore. It's a reality check.
Jackie Robinson of the WNBA will be Caitlin Clark. If she stays healthy, there's a group of them that would hope for her to be out. But
why do you say she's going to be the Jackie Robinson of the WNBA?
Well,
it's not like she's the first white girl.
She's not the first white girl, but she's the first white superstar at the levels where she's scoring these, the threes she's shooting. She's like a Steph Curry. She's the first actual superstar that people care. When's the last time we watched like college basketball? If I told you, tell me the greatest college basketball female basketball players last 30 years, and you watch I know her. She's our meet, but you look at some of these names, you see some of these people on how they do.
If this continues, it's not just going to be disappointing, it's going to be sad. The story's writing itself. Caitlin Clark becomes a legend while Angel Reese fades into trivia. A tale of discipline beating delusion. Talent without focus is a ticking clock, and Angel's time is running out. So let's stop pretending. The Chicago Sky don't need a motivational speaker in sneakers. They need a scorer, a leader, a presence. Right now, Angel Reese isn't any of those things. She's a cautionary tale. Until she proves otherwise, she's not the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. She's the biggest reminder of what happens when hype meets harsh reality. Because as Stephen A. Smith so perfectly put it, this league doesn't wait for you to figure it out. Either you deliver or you disappear. And unless Angel Reese starts delivering soon, she might be gone long before she ever gets the chance to live up to her own nickname. If you can't wait for Reese's next blooper, then comment "Fire the baby giraffe" down below. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.